Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this carrot and tomato soup. I hope you guys enjoy. So for your ingredients, you're going to need a bell pepper, 2 tomatoes, 2 carrots and a bunch of spring onions. For the seasoning, you're going to need some ginger, peri-peri seasoning, all-purpose seasoning and garlic. The peri-peri is optional depending on how much you like your spice. And then some coconut oil, 2 medium-sized potatoes. Moving on to preparation, we're just going to chop up all of our ingredients, starting with the bell pepper. So I just chop them into little squares, and I also take out the seeds because I don't like the taste of the seeds in the soup because they don't really blend. And then I just pop it into my little side dish for later. So I peel the potatoes and then I cut them into slices like so. So then I put them into my plastic container, and then I also add some hot water to help soften them while I'm preparing the other vegetables. So we're going to grab our spring onions. You can just cut them into slices. You don't really have to have spring onions, it just depends on if you like them or not. I just feel like they add a little extra flavour. Then we're moving on to the key ingredients, so 1 big carrot and 1 little carrot, all depends on how much you are cooking for. So this is just for 2 servings, so a big and a small is just fine. Then we're moving on to the tomatoes, so I'm just going to slice these one way, and then I'm going to turn it around and slice it the other way, and then they come out like little cubes if you keep cutting. And then I just like to cut off the little green bit as well. I don't really like that in my food. I don't think you're supposed to have it in your food. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. And I just repeat the same method with the other tomato. And that's pretty much all of your preparation for this winter warmer soup. So now moving on to the cooking time, we're going to get a spoon of the coconut oil and pop it in a pan at gas mark number 4. Then we're going to add our peppers and onions and then give them a good mix. So this is again at gas mark number 4, so you want it to be fairly medium to high heat. Then we're going to go on and add some tomatoes into the mix. Just going to pour that all the way in there and mix it up well as well. As you can see, it looks really nice and colourful. So just make sure you give that a good and even mix. And you're just going to let that simmer for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Then we're going to add the all-purpose seasoning. Mix that well together. And then we're also going to add some garlic granules in there as well, and we're going to mix that together as well. So it should look a bit mushy and overcooked, so when it looks like this, you know it's pretty much ready for the potatoes now. So you pop in the water and the potatoes, and again you're just going to mix that well together. Again, you're just going to let it cook and simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Then you're going to pop in some ground ginger in there. And this is an optional step. You can add your peri-peri seasoning depending on how spicy you like it. I do like a bit of kick in my food. Then you mix it all nicely together, making sure that the seasoning is evenly spread across the soup. Then we're going to reduce the heat right down to gas mark number 2 and leave that on for 10 minutes. After about 10 minutes, the soup should be ready. As you can see, it is cooking well. It should be looking very mushy-like, and that's how you know when it is ready, and basically overcooked looking. That's when you know that it's time for the soup to be blended. Then we're going to go and grab our blender and pour the whole contents of the pot into the blender. So my blender's maximum level is number 3, so we're going to blend it on a level number 2. Make sure to be careful when you lift the lid because it is very hot. So at this point I like to do a bit of a taste test. So this soup was a bit too thick for me and it was lacking in a bit of salt, so I just add the salt and add some water as well. So this time I'm going to blend it on speed level 1 because it doesn't need to do too much, otherwise it will become too watery. And there you have it, that is your winter warmer soup, and now it's ready to be served. So I just pop that in my cup, or you can put it in another cup and save it for later, whatever tickles your fancy. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and for aesthetic purposes I add some basil and parsley on the top. Whatever you like, you don't have to add this step, but I just think it looks nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you in my next video. Bye!